Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Calmie African Diary Show right here on the Blackwood Fire Network Media for the 21st century. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Thursday morning? I do trust that this is the time that you are up to run the activities of the days. Of course, you have to be on the positive side, and irrespective of things starting out rather negatively, still do your best to press on. My name is Calmie, and this is the Calmie African Diary Show right here on the Blackwood Fire Network. And we are coming live to you from the Nairobi studios. And of course, I do hope that wherever you are, everything is turning out quite okay. In Kenya, I can say that things are rather good. I can say that things are rather good considering that seems like the justice system is working a little bit in our country. I don't know how about you. I'm just saying this. I'm not saying that it has started working officially. Of course, we do have the justice system in the 254, but then again, and most of the time, if you have influence over people, you tend to walk away. But of course, we'll get to venture into that sometime later as we get to proceed with the show. And remember this particular day, we will be talking a little bit. That is, I'll be taking a little bit into history. There is some amazing group that has been in existence for the longest time possible. Some of you have actually interacted with this group in a movie. Still, the name of the movie is going to be withheld. Perhaps you have interacted with that. And I just got curious that, as the last time I checked about this tribe was back then growing up, into a movie. And then my mindset was a little bit corrupted, if I may say that, because right now, if you go out here and ask the kids, let me say the late 90s, early 2000 kids, if you ask them, that is their opinion on this particular movie, they'll give you a different version. And that is when you'll know that growing up in the late 90s, or rather growing up in the late 2000 was pretty much messed up. But as we get to proceed with the show, remember we do have the great, amazing Tanzanian tour that is set to take place, and the clock is ticking. Just yesterday it was a Monday, and here we are. This is on a Thursday. Just to remind you that, of course, days, or rather, the time isn't waiting for us. It is on February, and the next time, actually, to your realization, you come to realize that, oopsie, it's already April. We do have the Tanzanian tour that is set to take place the month of April, and the date is that is on the 12th of April. Remember, you can join us. You can get to contact Keith. He'll definitely give you the way forward to that. And we will be doing some amazing activities there. We will be touring different places, in Tanzania. We'll get to learn about the people, get to learn about their culture. We'll get to learn about just simply everything is Tanzanian. I'm not talking about Kenya. As much as you'll be wondering, like, she's in Africa, so what's the difference? Different African countries, they do have their own unique way. You can go to Burkina Faso right now. The way of life is definitely different. You can come to Kenya, for example, Nairobi. You'll be like, okay, this is another city on its own. They say that the in Nairobi actually it is one of the best cities that you do have. That is one thing. And so just to tell you that different African countries, they do have their own way of life and culture, and that is why here at the blackoutfirenetwork.com, that is the Blackout Fire Network, actually, we do come with you with that amazing package, and you can feel free to join us. Hello, Keith. How are you doing? Welcome to the Calmie African Diary Show, Keith.
Good morning.
Morning to
Good
you
morning,
too.
Calmie. How are you this morning?
Absolutely fine.
How are you doing?
Great. I cannot
Condolences for your
complain.
loss, Calmie.
Thank you. Thank you
Condolences
about
for your
that.
loss.
Mhm.
I want to say, if you're up looking at, brother, we got you squared away, so you'll be in Tanzania with Calmie and Spike. We got LBN, we got Sylvia, we got Golden Heart, Priscilla, got John, of course, G-Man and Nish, a few more other people I can't remember. But it should be an amazing trip. I got to find out if Calmie and Spike have to get the COVID test before they leave, before they can leave Kenya. I got to see if they got to get the COVID test. Everybody, even America, you have to get the COVID test 72 hours before you board the flight. And I specifically did everybody's flight, connecting flight, not to go to the Netherlands. All right, not to go to the Netherlands. Because if we go to the Netherlands, that means you have to get a second COVID shot in the Netherlands, in Holland, whatever you call that goofy place with all them white people. You know, so if you go that way, if that's your connecting flight, you have to get the COVID vaccine again to get on the flight going down to Dar es Salaam. So you want to avoid that, okay, family. You want to avoid that. I may be making your layover in Doha, over in the Middle East, in Doha, or I know we found LBM one going straight from New York, straight to Addis Ababa, and then down to Dar es Salaam yesterday. And Brother LBN don't care where he stay at. As long as he said he's got a hot and as long as he got a cot, he's good. So it was easy to fix his travel arrangements. It was pretty easy to fix his travel arrangements. So I want to say, get ready, family. Also get ready. Also probably start next week. We have Calmie and Spike start their own little shows, their live streaming shows on their phone. We want to see what goes on behind the scenes in the 254, as Calmie likes to call it. 254.
That is
I don't
our
like.
code.
Yeah, that's the area code of Nairobi or Kenya, really. Um, so we want to see what happens behind the scenes, follow them their day-to-day life, you know. So, um, like I said, it's gonna be a fun time, family. So, like I said, you still got time. Hey, I told you guys about Ghana. I couldn't do the show yesterday. I was in the middle of Georgia and I had no internet or no phone. So don't tell me you can go some parts of Africa that's got better internet than America. I was in Georgia with the white supremacists, Jack. Wasn't no internet, wasn't no phone service, no cell phone service out there, had nothing. So when Spikes was reaching me telling me the show was started, I couldn't until I came back out into civilization. I couldn't join the show even though the show started. I couldn't join them yesterday at all. So family, so my apologies. I was in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't even make a cell phone call. I so like wow, I'm in the United States and I ain't got no cell phone service out here.
You are in the
Jesus.
rural place of United
Yeah.
States.
Yes, exactly right, Karen. I was real rural. But I would have thought this being America, America is so great. Why
Yeah.
is it not internet? Why is it not internet even in those rural places? Because even though it was rural, I was at a business. So I'm like, I always ask, how these people live out here in these houses I'm going by? They ain't got no, they must got to use like an old phone. You ain't got no cell phone service out here. And not even the internet. I couldn't even make a call because I was trying to get some more information to call my company. I couldn't call out. I told the lady, sweet, sweet black woman, sweet black older lady, just made you feel like family there. Shout out to you, sister. One thing about black women from the American South, that down home Southern, it's like the African tradition. They're just so sweet and loving, like they're your mother or something. But come on in here, baby. It's cold out there. Yeah, it is kind of cold, shit. But I said, ma'am, I can't get the number. I'm gonna have to use your phone. I got no cell phone service out here. Baby, we ain't never got no cell phone service out here. You in the country. I said, I know, but damn. What the hell you guys do? Somebody got to chop and get some cell phone towers out here or something. Jesus Christ. Anyway, uh, shout to Calmie. I wanted to talk about something also that Mike was talking about. I got some more information that's very, very disturbing. What's going on in northern Ethiopia with the killings and they're not really saying it on the media, the raping, the killing of these Eritreans that are in the military that are attacking the Africans up in that part of Ethiopia, that northern part of Ethiopia that sits on the Eritrea line. You got mass killings, mass raping going on, and no one's talking about it. And Spikes touched on it yesterday, but I really didn't have enough information to do justice about it. But that's what you see, family, when you have African countries trying to go their own way. You're going to have European influence going to cause killing. Listen, Africans are going to have to realize Africa's the richest continent. No one's rich without Africa. So whenever you try to develop your country, you're going to start having terrorism and other things within there. That's what's going to happen. Okay? You have to understand that. So I'd say until Africa makes one military, and shout out to the sister from the Pan African Daily Show. She realizes that. I'm glad a woman said it. Africa's going to have to get a real military. You're going to have to get a real military. A revolution's coming. You puppet leaders are going to go. It's coming. You got too many Young children all over Africa living in poverty on the richest place on the planet. They're on the richest place on the planet. They might not know it because they've been made ignorant. Africa's the richest place on the planet, period. And before the white man or the white Arab got in there, no African sat in poverty, ever. So poverty is not the African history at all.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to make that caveat, make that known. You know, it's sad, again, once again, to a European, I know it's the CIA, the goddamn Mossad from fucking Israel, that they're killing and raping black men, women, and children, and killing them. All because of some damn dam that's being built in Ethiopia to give them a leg up in manufacturing.
Mhm.
That the Africans actually have the power to manufacture its own goods that come out the ground in Africa. Instead of sending to Europe and give Europeans jobs and make money and sell a finished product back to the African at an exorbitant rate, like coffee and tea and chocolate. There's not one African chocolate factory in Africa, but all the chocolate comes from Africa. All the cocoa comes from Africa. And those people live in poverty dealing with the cocoa.
Absolutely.
But everybody in Europe are millionaires, billionaires, and America. Like I showed Spike, there's a whole chocolate town in America. There's no cocoa being grown in America. There's a whole place called Hershey, Pennsylvania. Do me a favor, Calmie, just please real quick, pull up images for me. Images of Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's Hershey. Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's here in America. Used to be one of the biggest chocolate companies in the world. I think Nestle's is bigger now out of Switzerland. But at one time, this was the biggest chocolate factory in the world.
And even the African kids cannot get to enjoy this, and yet they get to work on these, of course, cocoa farms, and as a result, they're paid peanuts only for the people in the diaspora. That is to get to enjoy, and it's quite so unfortunate.
Exactly right, Calmie.
This
They
is
made peanuts.
it's very
so all
big.
this, now, of course, it used to be the biggest in the world. I think Nestle's bigger than now. Now, this exists because of Africa. They don't make
Absolutely.
cocoa. This exists in America because of Africa.
Mhm.
Now, all these, the one Nestle in Switzerland exists because of Africa. I'm just telling you one product. Without Africa,
And
the rest of the world is in poverty. Go ahead, Calmie.
I just want to comment on that. Even, the other day I was just interacting with someone and they were telling me that Switzerland has the best chocolates, not knowing that we get to provide the resources for these chocolates to be made. Actually,
From Africa.
many people rather opt to buy a chocolate that is manufactured from Switzerland because they believe it's the
Hey,
best.
well, exactly right, Cam. But they don't grow chocolate in Switzerland, Cammy. They don't grow chocolate in Hershey, Pennsylvania, Cammy. Only comes out of Africa. So the best chocolate is in Africa. And if the Africans, see, that would be actually what all Africa would have to do. Listen here, we're going to build our own chocolate factory, our own manufacturing, and we're going to set the price of chocolate. See, you're talking about Africans taking control of their own resources and their own power. So right there, that's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Just in West Africa, that's just one. So everything comes out of Africa, family. Did you know that? And we're going to have to fight for it. That's just that simple. We can't have children living in poverty nowhere on the continent where everything comes out of the continent. That's their birthright. Every African's birthright. All the gold in the world comes out of Africa. All the diamonds in the world come out of Africa. All the cobalt that with your cell phone and coltan, only comes out of Africa. Most of your oil comes out of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about should be, when I say this, and this is not hyperbole, this is not crazy, should no African ever be poor. Period. Should no African ever be poor. Because just with one or two resources that on the African continent can make every African rich. So it's the rate of the continent. Don't let no European ever tell you you've been backwards and you've been in you impoverished. God damn it, I sit on the richest continent on the planet. And it's called Africa and it belongs to me. You let no one tell you the best chocolate comes from Switzerland. Well, how can that be? They don't grow no damn chocolate in no damn Switzerland. What are you talking about? Where are the cocoa fields in Switzerland at?
Nowhere. And also one thing,
Exactly.
Keith.
Nowhere.
Oh, true.
Go ahead, Cammy.
Also, yes, also one thing I'd like to comment about the war that is happening in Ethiopia. This one, most occasions, the top politicians, rather the top leaders, they know what is going on. Because if it was one small group that was doing all this, the massacre and so on, the government would have done anything in its power to ensure that the group is shut down. But because this is a cartel that is run by the government, funded by the government and the West, and of course, because we all know that most African countries get to have their weapons from European countries. There was a time that German was even giving, I can't recall, I think it was Ethiopia or some other country, it was giving it weapons. So just to say that the war there, it is funded by the West. And of course, the African leaders, that is, they get to work hand in hand. Because this is a huge group. For them to go from one place to another, killing, raping, and doing all sorts of inhumane acts on their own, just because they're fighting for this dam, it's quite crazy. And Keith, if you can recall some time back during Trump's time, when Ethiopia had actually, refused to sign a deal that was in terms of this of the construction of the dam. And there was a time that Trump said that Ethiopia is not going to benefit even at all from this. That was something that Trump said back. Mm-hmm.
That's how all white people, it can be Trump, Biden, it's all of them, Cam, exactly. Whole idea that the African is not supposed to use its own resources to benefit him. That's the whole thing. That's how Africa was cut up during the Berlin Conference. Africa is supposed to be used to serve everybody else but the African. And that's what it's been, and that's what it's done. Serve the purposes of everyone besides the African. The African's been put in ignorance, not knowing his own history, that he didn't live in poverty before the European came, or the Asian, or the damn no good dirty Arab, white Arab, I mean, right? They didn't live in poverty. So, as bad as they keep throwing Africa's bad, Africa's this, Africa doesn't need the world. The world needs Africa. And that's always been the dirty little secret. Africa don't need the world. For what? Everything's in Africa. Everything is in Africa. Everything. Africa doesn't need it for food. Should nobody be starving in Africa? Africa has the best land on the planet. That's a fact. Ain't that funny? Why is there starvation in Africa? But Africa has the best land. I don't have to argue that with nobody. That's a fact. Africa has the best arable land. That means for growing food on the planet. That means here in America, in South America, in Europe, in Asia, Africa has the best land. Okay, that's another fact. So should nobody be starving in Africa? Okay, Africa has all the resources, has all the diamonds. If you want to get your girl a good ring and diamond this, diamond that comes from Africa. That means you're supposed to be paying an African person. Ain't supposed to be no mining companies that are not African.
Exactly.
That's African resources supposed to be mined and controlled by Africans. Okay, here we go again. Africans once again also have all the gold. Most of the gold comes out of Africa, as Gaddafi said. You're going to play us in gold, whether the rest of the world doesn't have gold. But the rest of the world sets the gold price. How can the rest of the world set the gold price when when the majority of gold comes out of Africa again.
Mhm.
Huh? So you're talking about us being dominated, and then puppet leaders put in there in the 1960s. They said they got independence. They didn't have independence. You had a group of Africans that rose up. You didn't have enough Europeans to hold African people down. And so the African was still not really educated enough, so they did all kind of banking schemes, put puppets in Africa and America. That's why they gave we still worship these puppets, Calmie. Martin Luther King, I'm glad people saw it, it's not our buddy. Martin Luther King, he's great. Martin Luther King was a puppet of the people who wanted to keep enslaving us. But he was made a hero to us and around the world. And thank God the youth are finally going back. Like I told people, you reverse engineer people. Where did he come from? Who the hell is Martin Luther King? How did he come from nowhere? Just like Barack Obama, who the fuck was he? Another goddamn con man from white people. Then you go back and say, okay, let's see who this Martin Luther King was. Oh, he's a reverend. See, in America, we know that we were still like Africa, still messed up in the religion camp. So Martin Luther King in college knew that Christianity was a lie. He wrote it. I said, so why would he become a preacher and he know the religion is a lie? He knows the lie. But we know in America, most black people, especially back then, were stupid and we believed it. We believed in Christianity. That's how you got power. I said, so they were grooming him. The CIA were grooming him to go into black churches and become a leader. This was to really stifle progress because America was about to be a powder keg and blow up. The youth again. The youth were about to blow up in America in the 50s and 60s for being oppressed and downtrodden. You had a powder keg. So we'll bring this handkerchief head reverend that we control. And that's how they do it, Calmie. That we control to like ease a little bit of the tension, to ease it, to divert the energy to where we want it to go. And when we're done with his ass, then we'll kill him or we'll fake his death. A lot of people saying Martin Luther King didn't even get murdered. So they fake. That's what they do. They say they faked his death. I don't know that yet. I know he was definitely a CIA plant. That's a fact. Because we had the black business owners came to him and said, listen here, don't do this. You will destroy us as a people. Don't do this thing you're doing. And he knew it would destroy us as a people. And black Americans have been destroyed as a people. We don't own anything. We lost all our businesses. Our women don't respect us because we lost control of our black women here in America. That's why, her image is destroyed around the world. We lost control of the black woman here in America. Their minds are gone. Most black women who are righteous know this. And this is purpose. It's called social engineering. Coming from the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. And it's right there documented. We're going to destroy the black family. We're going to destroy these. We're going to destroy these Negroes. We're going to use this bootlicking ass preacher to do it. And see, and for years I'm growing up, Martin Luther King made him a hero. I'm a kid. I don't know. I don't know that this Negro's a goddamn agent. But when I get old enough, because they don't want to teach you critical thinking, you must be able to critically think, African people. That's what they're not teaching you how to think. I said, well, damn, if this dude's so great, why are we still fucked up? Why are we more messed up today? Why was my grandmother then richer and we're much more impoverished today if this Martin Luther King shit was righteous? All the commercials, white people are loving it. That's your one thing that was against you. That's you got that. And white people say, yeah, that's great. That's when you know, there's a trick bag going on. There's a trick going on. So understand what they do. And that's what they do. That's what they do in Africa. Nelson Mandela, that's a trick bag. That's why the South Africans, I sent you guys to South Africa today, you would say South Africa is beautiful. But all of Africa is beautiful. But you say it's so developed. It's like Europe. It's like the West. Yeah, of course it was because white people were there. But white
Yeah,
people still own.
dominate.
White people still own. White people still own South Africa, and black people still mired in poverty. But they have Nelson Mandela who didn't do shit. That's called symbolism. White people give you symbolism. Black people, and you'll be happy about a symbol while still mired in poverty, while they control all the resources. That's why they know the South Africans now used to get angry again. So that's why they got that other puppet, Julius Malema. He's a puppet. He'll say some few righteous things. Say, yeah, he's about us. No, he's not. Hey, shut up. Shout out to Dr. That's how I know Dr. Mumbai listens to me. She listens to us over there in Kenya. Out there, she calls Mount Kenya Mount Zion. Whatever you want to call it, Dr. Mumbai. I know you listened to us 3 days ago when I said Julius Malema is a puppet. And that's what he is. He's put there to say some righteous stuff, have black people, yeah, that's right. He's there to control your anger without ever doing anything. He'll say some righteous things. Yeah, the white man's wrong. Got to keep us down. Shit has got to change. But that's just to make sure you never change it and you never do anything. He's your stop release. He's like your valve when you got too much pressure to let out some steam so the thing won't blow up. And they've learned this. They've done it all around the world. Go ahead, Calmie. Go ahead, Calmie.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. These opposition leaders that you all believe that they're here for a change, on most occasions they are funded. And there is a point that you earlier on said earlier in terms of religion. But before I get to comment on that, let me get to read some comments from the comment section. Stomp Down, you have said morning, getting ready to work. Good morning to you too at Stomp Down. I do believe you are okay. General Mosquito had said good rising, Calmie, and of course greetings, brother Keith. We also do believe that General Mosquito, you are doing well. And Ricardo Bradford, you said Bright Star of Africa informing staff, they are doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Ricardo Bradford. And of course, this is the Calmie African Diary Show, but we are updating you on what is happening before we even get to venture into the main topic. And in regards to religion,
hey, General Mosquito. Oh.
Yes?
All
right. In terms of religion, I want to comment this. There is this situation that is happening in Uganda right now. I know, Keith, you have heard about the Lord's Resistance Army. You know, you said a point earlier on in terms of how, you know, they have used religion to corrupt us, how they have used religion to make us fight one another. So this, the Lord's Resistance Army, you know, one member has been captured, that is their leader. I'm talking about one Dominic, and they have used religion, you know, to abduct kids from the age of 15 and below and put them into their army. And according to him, he was of course he was a victim back then. He was abducted on his way to school. I'm talking about 1980s, and there was a time he tried to escape, you know. And when they were captured, there were 3 people. When they were captured, he was forced. This is going to sound a little bit disturbing. He was forced to skin alive one of the other, that is abductees, as a warning, you know, to others. Forced to skin alive, remove their guts. I mean, it's quite crazy, and hang it up on trees.
Where's this at, Calmie? What country is this in? Where's this at?
In Uganda, the Lord's Resistance Army in Uganda. You see, they've used the religion there to brainwash people. They have brainwashed people.
Oh, yeah, was that Joseph Kony thing? Was that Joseph Kony?
He's one of, he was with Joseph Kony in the same group, of course, group with Joseph Kony, in the same group. And this is what they have been doing. So a lot of kids who actually went even to hiding, that is families, went even to hiding, you know, in camps for safety because kids were being abducted. I'm talking about 60,000 kids, that is 60,000 children abducted by this Lord's Resistance Army. And they are told that they are fighting
How
for.
you been abducted in a sovereign country? Only in Africa is that. How's a separate army allowed to move in a sovereign country where you have an army? I just that I just did you know you would be wiped out. You wouldn't have in
Mhm.
America. Let's say even dumb old Papa, insane Papa Museveni. He has his own army. All he has to do is take his army up there and wipe these people out. Only in
Mhm.
Africa, you couldn't have nobody in America say, you know what? I got a resistance army in this state. U.S. government said, okay, we're coming to kill you and wipe you out. You ain't got. There's no way. It's only in Africa you got this crazy shit where you got like
I know.
Boko Haram over in Nigeria. It wouldn't
And
exist. That lets you know the government is behind this shit. There's no way
Mhm.
you can have another standing army in your country. There's no way because you control the country. You can where they
You're
go back to after they go kill Cam. Let's say after I kill and rape Cammy, where do I go back? Where
Mhm.
do I go to rest? After I kill and rape and steal, where do I go back to rest? I'm a rest here. But if you're still in Nigeria, don't they control that area? Why don't the army go in and just wipe your ass out?
Exactly.
You control the country. How the hell they just let you be in a part of the country and you just rest right there? Man, they let you know, no. The government, this is some, these puppets are behind this shit. It causes fear
That's
within
mhm.
the people, and
True.
it also serves as European interest so they can steal resources. Because it only happens in Africa. Nowhere else. I said, people, think, it's only in Africa. Because that's where all the resources at. You get child armies and motherfuckers just running around never getting wiped out. Now you got a new fake army in Mozambique, the
Mhm.
resistance Arab, all that goofy shit. Because there's gas and oil been found in that area. This is
Mhm.
all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And just like they're slick, they're tired of Museveni ass, so they bringing up Bobby Wine, who is a puppet. I will give him real credit. He is a puppet of the West. So they know the Ugandans are tired of Museveni, but they're stupid. They're not critical thinkers. He never improved their educational standards. They just want to get rid of Museveni, not knowing if you put Bobby Wine in there, he's just young and it's the same shit.
Young and
But
ready
even
to
worse, because
young and ready.
Bobby Wine's talking about because Bobby Wine's talking about bringing transgenders and homosexuals because that's from the
What?
West. He's funded by the West. Yes, yeah, Cammy. He said we're gonna legalize transgender and and all kind of wicked shit. Yeah, that's what Bobby Wine said.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That lets you know he's
Absolutely.
sponsored by the West.
What? You are correct, Kip, to say that he's worse than that in seven. I didn't know that part. I mean, this guy is really out of his mind to like make it legal in Uganda. Where
But
are we
but you
heading?
don't
I mean,
know. You don't know because Africans selling up these African countries, these puppet leaders, make sure that they don't put a great educational system in Africa so you can't critically think. You know you tired of Museveni, you're like, yeah, Bobby Wine, he's famous now, he's famous. You
mhm,
don't know he's still a puppet of the West. They just moving the old puppet out, bringing a young puppet in, and eventually
true.
do the same shit. Then I'm bringing their agenda with the transgender, the lesbianism, the homosexuality. You're like, wait, I didn't sign up for this. Well, too late, goofy nigga. We got him. Bobby Wine's the president. You got men walking around with dresses on and shit. He's like, what?
And again,
Like, what
then
the hell's going
carrying.
on? And the funny part about it, shout out to Irritated Genie, who was in Uganda 3 years ago and told him that was coming. And the Ugandan guy said, no, you're crazy. That's against Ugandan culture. We won't do that. Dummy, it's already there because you're an idiot. Even though you were a professor, oh no, we never. That would never happen in Uganda. That never happened. He said, motherfuckers, happen in Kenya. They trying to put it in Kenya, you dummy. He's like, no, we don't. He's on the TV show. We don't even think about such things because you're stupid. They know you're a dummy. They're gonna bring it in, and you not even know what you use, stupid. To your children, dummy. They're gonna expose your children to it. You don't even know it. And now 3 years later, I think it's only 2 years later, really. Do me a favor, Calmie. Go to YouTube and put this in. Say, hope I know they took down the Irritated Genie's channel, but hopefully it's still there. Say, write an Irritated Genie. Give
All right.
Irritated Genie TV interview in Uganda. I think it's only 2 years ago. And he's trying to plead with this dude. Listen, the Europeans, listen, they got to destroy Africa completely. So they're bringing all throughout Africa the homosexual agenda. That's why you see it all coming through Africa. It's against African culture. That was our culture. No matter where you at, that was like Africa. Hey, we don't do that shit. We don't believe two men having sex and two women having sex and men walking around here with dresses on and shit. You know, we don't believe in that.
We don't do that here.
So they were going to bring it. They said, like you said, they were going to bring it to Kenya and Nigeria because they were more modern. Oh yes, if you got it, okay, is it on there? Push it one of them. I know they took down his channel. See if you got just push one of the ones in Uganda. Him talking on TV.
Is it this the first one?
Because he was telling them it was coming. The guy was like, I can't tell, pushing to see. He was telling the guy, no, that would never come to Uganda. That's against our culture. Hey, stupid. White people bring it all out throughout Africa, you dummy. And you don't, and that's what he's telling you. He said
and
they're
actually,
bring it to Kenya because Kenya is more developed than Uganda. It's go ahead.
I'm saying, and actually, just got to realize that that is the new norm. That a lot of people nowadays they get to blame it on heartbreaks. That when they are heartbroken now in a relationship, they want to try something else. I mean, this is just some brain. I've seen it even in high school kids right now. There is a high.
But Calmie,
Yes?
Calmie, just because a girl breaks my heart, I've been heartbroken. A girl that broke my heart before, Calmie, that's life. That don't mean I want to suck on a man's dick, Calmie.
No way.
I don't want to suck on a man. I don't want to fuck another man in the butt, Calmie, because I'm heartbroken by a woman. That's the normal scheme of things. Sometimes women are gonna break your heart. You know,
Absolutely.
sometimes a woman, hey, we just didn't work out. You know, I might have loved her, she didn't love me. That's life. That don't mean, hey, because a woman broke my heart, I want to turn around and suck on a man's penis. What? What that got to do with it? That's what? Hey, bro, you know, Calmie, I was heartbroken. You broke my heart, and I turned to another man. What? The hell are you talking about? What's going on around here?
Probably even going to mess yourself way further. I mean, that is the new norm right now, that there's a lot of this relationship in high school. We have seen those cases even reported on the local television. I mean, even it is so high among kids.
It's coming to the kids because they're going to use the music. They're going to use the culture, kids' culture, entertainment culture, to push it. You're especially to control the culture. That's what I told Spice about. They bought Nollywood. They're going to control the culture. They're going to go and destroy the Afrobeat music. They're going to own it and then pervert it. Because the whole thing is to take over Africa. If I got a bunch of faggots, running around Africa, they're not going to want to fight me. I can still keep stealing the resources. Homosexuals don't want to fight. They're not a man. And like I told Spike, they did this is the United States government. They said, how can we turn the Kenyan? That was Spike said, why they want to do that? They said, how can we turn the Kenyan man into a faggot? That's real. Spike said, why would they do this? Because they want Africa, Spike. Stop being naive. Spike said, Spike was stuttering. Why would they do this?
Specs will be afraid to walk even out in the streets.
Yeah, Spike said, why? Because the Kenyans fought back. You fought back. I told you they had Kenyans in concentration camps. They wanted to turn Kenya into Australia or New Zealand to murder off most of the Kenyans and have the rest of them working for white people. Kenya was supposed to be a white man's country, but the Kenyans fought back.
At least,
I'm so proud of the Kenyans. I'm so
at least
proud of these Joseph. Go ahead, Cam.
I'm saying at least that is what our president did. Apart from embezzling our funds and continuing, to become rich, at least he made that one stand on against, all this LGBTQ. Keith, is this the first video that you had told me to share this about?
See if it's it. I can't see it on my phone. Play it and see if that's it, Cammy. That may be it. It might be it. Let's see.
It is about 21st century war. Let me just play it.
Yeah, see what it says. That might be it. It's him sitting down doing a TV interview in Uganda.
All right.
Denise loves the vibes. We love the vibes. Talking culture to one morning.
See, that's him, but that might be it. That may be it. Let's see.
Yo, this is Bucky Joe. In the meantime, I listen to the sister Shanice Black Empowerment Show. Keep it locked.
First generation reparations for the time our people spent on plantations.
What a big tune by the man Dave.
I think that's Tanzania, right? Zimbabwe. No. Go to the other. That's when they went to Zimbabwe, and he went to Zimbabwe. Look for Uganda. The Uganda interview when he said on TV. It might be gone, Cam. It may be gone.
Yeah, because for Uganda, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I've found in terms of. I've searched for Uganda. This is what I'm seeing. Okay.
All right, I can't see the other one. I can't. It may be gone, Cam. Because they took down YouTube took down his channel, so those interviews may be gone. So don't worry about it. They may be gone, but like you told them, this is what's coming. And I was laughing at that guy on TV. Oh, that's against Ugandan culture. That would never happen here. You dummy. You dummy. He said they're coming. They're gonna come. They're coming already in your damn high school. He said, no, that's no way. No way. He said, I just went to your high school, talked to the children. They said it's here in Uganda. Let you know it's here. He said, no, that's against African culture. No, you're thinking about westernized people. Oh, stupid. They're gonna bring it to, like you told them, they bring it to Kenya first, and then move it throughout the continent. They can get Kenya. Kenya's more developed than Uganda. I get the Kenyans to accept it. It'll move. It'll move westward. And I got Ghana to accept it and move back east. We'll get throughout all of Africa. We're talking about the black African, not the northern African, those damn Arabs who ain't African. Those are invaders. But that's the whole thing. So, just like they did in Botswana. Botswana, the Europeans paid out the court. The people were against it. And the court legalized it. People say, hey, what the hell? We don't agree with this shit. What are you doing? Because the Europeans have paid off the Botswana court system. And they say, well, homosexuality is now legal in Botswana. Then people went crazy down in Botswana again. They said, we don't accept this shit. But down the corners, we didn't accept this. What are you talking about? So they got, I think now if I'm not sure, they went back and changed it. or in the process to change it. The Europeans are coming, African people. They want to corrupt our culture. If they corrupt your culture, this leaves you vulnerable to not fighting. You fought back. The whole thing was to wipe us out through slavery and then colonialism. I told you, Africa is the prize. Africa is the prize. I want Africa without the goddamn dirty African. I want the resources. I don't want to have to pretend to pay. I don't even want to pay the puppets. I want all of it. And if I turn you to a flaming homosexual or a lesbian, you're not going to fight. You're going to identify with my culture. I'm gonna corrupt your women. Just like you had Rumbi's Eye talking about how they're bringing feminism. Yes, what they did in America. See, that's crazy. They tell you they don't need your black man. Exactly. That's why American black women are lonely and fucked up. They destroyed American black women. That's why you see them all ratchet on TV with your Megs Thee Stallions and your Cardi B's and your fucking your Nicki Minaj's. They destroyed the black woman, and they said they were going to do it. Because if you destroy your woman, you destroy your civilization. Africans used to know that. If you destroy the African woman is the woman is the key of civilization, not the man. The woman. If I destroy and corrupt your women, I've destroyed your civilization. And they've always known that. And so an American woman, an American black woman has been destroyed and corrupted. That's just a fact. Like I had LBN talking about his own mama. He said, "Man, my mama's fucked up." So I know she is. I know. I know you don't. I know she's still your mama, but yeah, man, she's fucked up, man. I said, yeah, but she was socially engineered to be messed up, LBN. She was socially engineered. And so they're going to bring this to African women, and they can't understood. They don't understand how they do social engineering. They're going to corrupt the African woman's mind. That's why you hear, God bless her, Marisa, I don't relate to the African American woman, Keith. I said, you can't relate. They're out of their damn mind. They're not African women anymore. They're destroyed. They're corrupted. The majority are corrupted. So that's why you can't relate to them. He said, yeah, they go ahead, Calmie.
You're right, Kit. That is why we do have a lot of women out here, claiming to be independent. But let us just swiftly move on because we are almost on the show. Let's take a look at the San people of, that is the San. I wish Kit you could able to see the screen. But we are talking about the San people. I do not want to use the word Bushman because Bushman is more like, looking down upon their culture.
The Khoisan.
Exactly, the Khoisan people in South Africa.
The Khoisan. Again, like I told Spike, they are created. Who are created African.
True.
You'll get mad when I tell the truth. They're not the original African. As I proved again, I think the white people, they're the original African. They are not. They have Neanderthal genetics. And Spike, as I had Spikes pull up and show you, they are created from a Neanderthal. The African, the regular African is not. Calmie like, yes, Calmie. They're created from the Neanderthal, just like white people are. You can look it up. You right there. Look up this, Calmie. Say, do the Khoisan have any traces of Neanderthal genetics? Pull that up. The answer is yes. They're created African. They got Neanderthal genetics. But I already knew that. I already knew they were created African. just like the one with the ostrich feet. Those are Africans were creating other people.
I found it, Keith. It is evident that they have the Eurasian genes.
Of course. I told you. Exactly. They're created. The Africans created them. They're not, and it wasn't no evolution. They didn't evolve on no fucking monkey. Crazy shit. They're created African. Created with Neanderthal genetics. That's what they You know, that's what the African did when he went around creating all these people, messing up.
And
So
the good thing about this, the first time I actually interacted with the Khoisan people was in this certain movie. I believe you watched The Gods Must Be Crazy. It was a movie that really trended
guys must be
sometime.
crazy. Yeah. Mike,
I
Mike's always,
couldn't
Mike's
understand.
always, Mike's always having. Mike's always has me laugh about that movie. The guys must be crazy. He said, when that Coke bottle fell out the airplane, I'm bringing
Yeah,
this back to the
that was,
God.
but that was one
Because I say,
of
oh, Africans. That was a that was a movie trying to disrespect Africa, Cammy. They
yeah,
try to
we
say all
can't be that.
Africans are like that. They're not.
Exactly, they were making us look that down in terms of existence.
Yeah,
But one thing
exactly.
about Yes, but one thing about them is that they are found in Botswana. They are also found in Namibia, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Angola. And of course, lately they have some of them have been found in Tanzania. So this is one unique group that has been in existence. But they still live the life of hunting and gathering. But there has been an issue,
Gathering.
with
Yes.
hunting and gathering. With modernization, there has been this issue whereby some tribes are now trying to live the modern way. As a result, they've started attaining that is land title deeds, and to those communities that are still sticking to their culture, they have been denied that opportunity to get land titles. And as a result, some of them are forced to live as as refugees, and this is their own land that people do not want to understand that some people, it's hard for them to change them into modernity. That is one thing that they are going through. And also another thing that they are going through is in terms of the challenges as a tribe, because this is a very unique tribe, is the fact that their way of life is still considered to be a little bit traditional. They're not appreciated with their way of life. And perhaps, Keith, if you are able to take a look at the screen, of course you know how they get to dress. So some people actually tend to think that they are still in the olden era. But then again, you keep saying that each African culture is very unique. And
What's the lifespan, Cammy? Cammy,
uh, let me
Cammy,
just
Cammy. What's the
yes,
lifespan?
let me
What's the
just
lifespan?
let
Yeah,
me
what's the
just check it.
lifespan? What is the Khoisan's lifespan? Usually
All
probably
right,
like 35 years or so.
45 to 50 years.
Yeah. Okay.
That is,
Usually 35 to 40. Yeah, they got the lifespan of a chimpanzee. They were created from a
that
human and a chimp. I'm about to tell you about the lifespan. Can't be
this
laughing.
is unfair considering. This is unfair considering that you know, Kit, I'm always asking.
You didn't learn that in school, did you? You didn't learn the lifespan. Why their life?
Not at
Go ahead,
all.
go ahead, Cammy, go
Of course, Kate, you're right. I didn't learn that in school until now. And
ahead.
I imagined that living in the bush, your way of survival was high, considering that they are hunters and gatherers. They know the right types of herbs to use. They know the right type of poison. Actually, I came across an article that was saying that for them to actually get to have their daily food, they have to use a poison made from snakes, made from caterpillars, some type of red caterpillars. And then they get to hunt the animal. They know how to track a wounded animal, and this animal will take maybe a duration of 3 days, depending on how big the animal is, for it to die eventually with the
You
poison.
got them and the other. What's the other pygmies up in the Congo? Because it's them. They got them and
Uh-huh.
the other little pygmies in the Congo. I want they're the same. Because you have them doing the same thing that chimps do. What they do, they take their stick and they
Uh-huh.
dig in the termite mounds and they eat termites and shit. Termites and ants. It's the same thing a chimp does. You know that? Yeah, because they created from the African created from a chimp. Okay, go. Okay, do this, Cammy, for me real quick. Say,
Uh-huh.
say, put this on YouTube real quick. Say, I don't, I guess they call them pygmy people. I don't know. I forgot the name. They're not really the Khoisan, the other pygmies. They might be part of the Khoisan people, but let's say the Congolese pygmy um, um, digs for termites. Show that. I'm sure they got a video of that. Termite, just same way the chimp does. They take the stick, put it into the tree, and they eat all them damn termites. People think that,
Ew.
and so they think so. When the European came down, he thought all African people were the same. He didn't realize that they were
Yeah,
created
it is.
just like the European is a goddamn created. So yeah,
Uh,
so there you go. So they thought all African people were like this, and that's not true. They're different African people that
different.
these guys these people are more like chimps because they created from these chimps and they didn't evolve them high enough. That's why the lifespans are the same age of a chimp, 35, 40 years. That's why they've got the same lifespan. They do the same thing. The chimp, they're like a humanized chimp.
Mhm.
They're humanized chimp. They're more of a human than a chimp, but they still got the behavior.
All
That's how
right,
the
change the
African was learning. He was learning to create people. There you
Here's
go.
actually the video of
Go,
termites gathering and
there you go.
cooking. That is the Baka pygmies actually,
Yeah,
but this one is in southern
there
Cameroon.
you
But
go.
of course, let me just play
Okay,
it a
okay,
little bit.
Cameroon, whatever they had. Yeah. Well, remember, Cameroon was the Congo. All that was the Congo kingdom. There was no
Okay,
Cameroon. All that was the
all right.
Congo. So there you go. See, so you see what you're looking at, Cammy, is how
Mm-hmm.
your ancestors, who are great scientists, created these people from these chimps. And so they still got the same behavior as chimps. They dig in the stick. And so when a European came to Africa, he seen this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He thought all Africans were like this. Like, damn, these Africans are savages. They eat termites and shit. Not going past most of the damn cities. Because you had Africans in developed cities too. He didn't understand the actual process that you had a millions of years ago high developed African creating people. Everybody on the planet is a creation. The Asian is a created person. The Caucasian is created from the African because they all got African genetics and they use the Neanderthal. That's why you don't, Tammy, being a true African, don't have Neanderthal genetics. You are the original, not the Khoisan. Khoisan is a created animal created human from an animal. That's why they got animal genetics, and you don't. Okay, so that's what you see. So when you come across these, well, why is this motherfucking dude eating these termites? Because he got the same culture of the chimp, who he was created from. They didn't evolve them high enough. So his lifespan is going to be the same as a chimp. These guys are going to live to be 35, 40 years, just like a
Yeah.
chimp.
Uh-huh. Let me just play the video. That is
So,
news to me. And actually, in terms of what they eat, I think it goes almost the same with the San people. Only that the San people get to eat food that ranges from antelopes, zebras, porcupines, tortoise, insects, fish, giraffe, lion,
yes,
hyena.
that's right. That's right, General Mosquito. That's right, General Mosquito. Cammy is the portal of life. You must have the African genetics to create other life.
True.
Got to have the original to create all these people like the Asian, the Caucasian, the East Indian. You must have the black original woman. You must have that genetics. Got to have the original. That's nothing. You must
Let me
have the
just
original genetics.
okay. Let me just play this video as
We're gonna send Cammy down to. We're gonna. Yeah. Go for it. We're gonna send Cammy down to Cameroon to eat some termites with these people.
I'd rather choose to be in the desert. No way. Let me just this is in Cameroon, let me play it.
Poking the termites out of there, boy. They about to eat good. Hitting that termite mite, get your ass out of there. Y'all about to go in my belly.
Actually, they are handpicking them. I'm wondering why is it that they don't get to bite them? Because I know termites actually can get to bite you a little bit.
Oh yeah. Termites bite because you eat a certain way, the same way the chip does goes in your mouth. They still bite them, but they're used to it. So when the European came into Africa and seen these people, thought all these people like Africans were the same. They're not. The African is an advanced human, but he created all these other sub people. I don't think it was right that they did it, but that's what they did. They created all these other sub people. They created motherfuckers with ostrich. They put ostrich DNA in the motherfuckers in Zimbabwe, crossed them with an ostrich and shit. Crazy. Africans are doing
I can see they get
shit.
to enjoy. I can see they get to enjoy the termites.
He'll fight you for his termites, Cam. He'll fight you for. That's right. He'll fight you for his termites, Cammy. You better. Can I try? You better get your ass out of here. You're not getting on my damn termite.
I think I'm so full with what I've seen, but we are almost coming to the end of the day. We have talked about culture. We have talked about different trending things right here on the Black Hot Fire Network. And I see at a Big Cheese, hi Big Cheese, you said a taste like a chicken. Perhaps, Kate, you should get to interact with the Big Cheese to give you a sample of this time. And
Spikes is always the adventurous one. We let Spikes go because Spikes wanted to eat them bats in the Congo, so he can eat them termites too.
He's the one with the good heart, ready to try out a new culture and a cuisine. Perhaps he'll give us that is his view of that sometime later. But I'd like to appreciate everyone that is at General Mosquito, at Big Cheese, at of course Ricardo, and also at Stompton for tuning in to the Calmie African Diary Show. And also remember, we are going on.
You guys look out for Cammie's new show. You guys look out for Cammie's new show next week. Her Spice going live. It's gonna be the behind the scenes of an international talk show host. She's gonna be taking you guys behind the scenes of Nairobi, of her life. It's Noma Choma.
Ready to take the world by storm. Yes, we do have the Tanzania.
I think it'd be a hit. Damn it! I think it's gonna be a hit.
Looking forward to it. It's about to be. And I appreciate everyone. Remember, we do have the Tanzanian tour that is set to take place on the month of April 12th. Of course, get to contact at Kit and he will give you the way forward. And for those who did get to miss this particular show and other shows, you can simply get to watch them when you log in at www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And once you are logged in, you can proceed and get to enjoy some of these videos. You can also get to listen to the music that plays right there on the Black Hot Fire Network. And also you can also get you can get to donate and support the stream. We also do appreciate that. And do have a great day. And Kate, thank you so much for providing this wonderful platform.
Much love, family. Everybody, much love. Talk to everybody a little later. Much love to everybody. Hey, be careful when you're eating termites. They sting the hell out of you. And
sure thing.
If Spice offer you a big plate of termites, tell Spice to go kick rock.
All right. I'll tell him.
Much love. Cold out this bitch.